I think what I'm hearing you say is, I was really sad about something, and there's a lot of pain in me about something. And I brought it to the other person in the best way that I knew how. And when I spoke about my sadness, something happened on the other side in them where they became less available to me instead of more available to me. So then we pause right there. When I'm vulnerable and I'm in pain and I have something coming up and I offer that explicitly as an invitation for being seen, being known, connecting, exploring, understanding. And the other person, there's a bunch of things they don't do. They don't relax their nervous system. They don't lean in. They're not asking more questions. Instead, what I notice in them is perhaps they brace, they lean slightly away. I can see them finding it painful to be near my pain. And then where the conversation goes in them is about them instead of about me. That is data. Now, the first piece is really just believing that you're not missing any information, you're getting a lot of information. And then we can ask ourselves, well, what are my options now? So, first of all, if I'm already in pain and sad, and I'm turning to someone for some empathy and support and some seeing and some knowing, and they're not able to do it, I want to acknowledge that I've arrived in an under-resourced state. I've arrived with a desire for support, and now I need to decide I'm not going to get the support that I need here. Do I want to switch modes into facilitating the conversation, or do I want to disengage and go and get those needs met somewhere else? And then decide what I want to do with the limited capacity here. And, depending upon the situation, is this a situational limited capacity? Like usually my friend is super great, but they've just had a terrible day and they're exhausted and they're tired and they just can't meet me. Or this is information for me about things that I'm looking for in a relationship that the other person isn't providing yet. And then on the back end, the story I want to tell myself about this other person is that there is some pain in them that is coming up that they may or may not be aware of, that is pulling their attention away from me and onto themselves. And it might be that an engineering problem arises that in this moment of time, when I'm sad and disappointed and I want empathy from you, you don't have empathy to give me because you have enough of your own stuff going on inside of you that you're not able to stay with me. You get hijacked by your interiority, and then it becomes about you, and then I'm alone again. We want to just understand that as a lack of resources in the moment, not as anybody doing anything wrong. But we want to believe it when we see there are no resources here in this moment. If we grew up with parents or family systems that were not emotionally nourishing, we will feel not only the momentary lack of connection, but we will have a well of pain coming up in that moment for all of the times that I cannot be seen and I cannot be known and I cannot be met and I cannot get the emotional nourishment that I'm longing for. Sometimes I am avoiding the pain and sadness of my own life. When you come to me with your pain and sadness, I brace against it and I shut down because I don't even want to deal with the pain and sadness in my own life. And so, what I'm going to do for you is help you shut it down as well, like I shut it down. So, that can happen in a relational frame. But maybe I don't really want to shut it down, but I don't know anything else to do. And you come to me later and you say, I have a wondering about this. And I go, yeah, I wish I knew a different way of dealing with my own sadness and pain. I would need enough awareness online that this is happening for me. But if I don't have awareness of it and you then want to talk to me about the personal growth work that I can do, I'm more likely to just double down and be like, yeah, I'm not interested in all of that. I'm fine. I'm living from my defenses. I'm living from my adaptations. I'm living from my coping mechanisms. Leave me alone. I like them. And I would like you to do the same thing because I want to keep things kind of on the surface and easy. And I don't want to go into all of this stuff. And I think that's part of the question you're asking is, does this other person, would they be interested in doing more of the healing work and the waking up work and the softening work and the detoxing of old pain work that would result in us being a little bit more emotionally available? Or are they not interested in that?